That's fine. Young, you want long questions of say 20 marks?
Sir, one essay question of 20 marks.
Long questions. Long questions, that we have essay type questions, which means that that you have to answer it. There will be options. I mean, how many I cannot tell you right now. There will be options. Okay. Yeah, maybe that 1 out of 3 or long questions. Okay, maybe. I mean, I'm not sure. Could be less. Options means more than one, isn't it? Okay. Now, second option is that you will get plenty of short questions. Very similar to what I have said in earlier examinations. So maybe 3 questions out of 5 marks each, where you're, that I want to test your conceptual knowledge. You do not write long answers, only to the point answer to the questions. I like to see that you are ready. Okay, so don't write whatever you know. So there will be 3 questions which are short type. And then there will be MCQ questions. I like MCQ questions, which should be of around 10 marks. Around 10 marks, short questions. So how much is the question? 40 is it? 40 is the question.
Yes, sir. 40.
40, yes, 40. So around 10 marks, maybe 15 for the long questions. So to 10 marks, short questions, and again you are supposed to know many things. These again will be conceptual, not who president of Singapore. I don't know. I hate those kind of questions. Okay, right. So questions will not be of testing your general knowledge, but that your conceptual knowledge, analytical power. I'll test your analytical power. I will give you that for every question there will be answers which are close, and there will be answers which are extreme. Put that answer on that, it will presume that you have not studied at all. বুঝতে পারছে প্রশ্নে আমি 4টি অপশন দেবে। একটা অপশন হচ্ছে দেখেছি কত মডার্ন ছেলে আছে বিউটিফুল কত এরকম টাইপের প্রশ্ন থাকবে। থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ। নিয়ে কত হার্ড ওয়ার্কিং আছে, ওই জন্য আমার স্নেহ আছে। বুঝতে পারছি? হ্যাঁ, দেখো শোনো ভাই। সো আমি যেটা করবে খুব সিম্পল, যে কোনো প্রশ্ন দিলাম তার খুব কাছাকাছি আনসার থাকবে, তার থেকে দূরে একেবারে যে আনসারটা হয়ই না সেটাও থাকবে। যদি কেউ সেই আনসারটা দিয়ে দেয় আমি বুঝে যাবে এ কিছু পড়াশোনা, সেটা হয়তো মার্কসে রিফ্লেক্ট করবে না, কিন্তু আমি বুঝতে পারবে যে এ বাধা পাচ্ছে না, হ্যাঁ পড়াশোনা করছে, তাই না? আর আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড, বুঝতে পারছে? আমরা এরকম প্রশ্ন অনেক সময় করে থাকি। যখন আমরা ধরো মানুষকে ইন্টারভিউ দিচ্ছি, ঠিক আছে, মানুষকে ইন্টারভিউ দিচ্ছি, আমি অনেক পলিটিশিয়ানসদের কাজ কেন বলি নলেজ অ্যাটিটিউড এন্ড প্র্যাকটিস টেস্ট, আমি এটা করেছিলাম। অনেক পলিটিশিয়ানসদের আমি ইন্টারভিউ দিয়েছিলাম। Okay, I have taken the interview of politicians, and I wanted to test their knowledge of Indian politicians about communalism. They give a lot of lectures on communalism, right? Whether they really understood communalism. But what is secularism? I have given that short questions, closest answer, and extreme answers, which means they have not understood. Right? Meaning of secularism. Say, meaning of secularism: tolerant to all religion. Right? Extreme answer, which cannot be true. Hinduism is too prejudiced religion. Many politicians of this country say by secularism that Hinduism is prejudiced religion. Right? They have not understood secularism. You have to be tolerant to all religions. So, which is the closest answer. When many politicians who shout, they have not understood. So that we have tasted. Okay, right. I have studied. That I have made a inquiry about the ISKCON Sannashi. ISKCON. International Society for Krishna Consultants. ISKCON. That they have a headquarters in Mayapur, Nadia. Right. I have studied about the Veeder. Veeder, that if you go to ISKCON, that they jump on the early morning, say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So the headquarters, Albert Road. Albert Road. That. Anyway, so I was very keen there. That I was very friendly with one of their spiritual head called Jai Patakal Chami. Anyway, so I visited him in his headquarters, and I said that I want to test your. I know that take a survey of your respondents. And there's a knowledge, it's an attitude and practice questions on Krishna. Right? How much? That you shout too much about Krishna. You shout too much about your founder, Prabhupada. I see Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. Right? I asked them whether they have the knowledge. Right? Whether they have the knowledge, and what is the attitude towards Vaishnava religion, and what do they practice? That. And a lot of things got revealed. A lot of things, huh? That's right. আমি যে প্রশ্নটা করেছিলাম যে জানার চেষ্টা করেছিলাম ওরা জানে কিনা বুঝতে পারছেন So for example, there was a question, that if you go to their ISKCON temple, they will say Prabhupada last, the Jai Bhakti Vedanta Singh Prabhupada ki Jai. That is the last chapter. You are shouting so much about Prabhupada. I had a question. Where did Prabhupada die? It's a knowledge-based question. If you shout so much about your spiritual life, you must be knowing when did he die. Right? Prabhupada died in Vrindavan. Okay. So I gave that option. I gave the option to Prabhupada died in Mayapur. I gave the option Prabhupada died in Calcutta and also New York. You'll be amazed to know that only few could answer that he died in Vrindavan. Most people say, and even ISKCON Sannyasis in Mayapur, Prabhupada died in Mayapur. There is a Prabhupada temple, Prabhupada did not die there. So your knowledge, you do not know. You are shouting Prabhupada, you do not know who is Prabhupada, why did he die? Isn't it? This shows your commitment. You are committed. You talk about the person, but you are not committed. You don't know. Isn't it? So this is a very unique way of learning. I have similarly studied the Indian politicians. Whether they are really trained about secularism. They don't know anything. Okay, yeah? That's why that secularism is not getting progress. Right? Anyway, so I don't have time to talk much. So you will have another teacher, Deepakanta, another teacher today?
Yes, sir. Shiladipti, sir.
Okay, good. So I'm sure you learn a lot. And after doing that,
Japan Southeast Asia region. Japan and Southeast Asia.
Choice is yours.
Sir, challenge file.
Please the highway, right? Hand drive is written. It's okay. Don't spend money on unnecessary. ठीक है ना? आलू पूरे लिखे जमा नामका लिखे उल्टा आंसर. आलू का जो करे क्यों? So you have to write your own. Okay, I'll give you the topic, isn't it? So he is senior on the senior. Is it your exam or no? Like this.
सिंगापुर का नहीं करना
Listen, so this is the gender empowerment, and there is one more, which is a revision. I will take it up later in the next class, which is tomorrow. I like to teach you about Vietnam. On Vietnam, I will teach you two things. On Vietnam, I will teach you two things. Why Vietnam, that I have very soft corner for Vietnam. You have to excuse me, that. Why this man is okay, yeah. So, one is the economy, how the economy rose to success. And hey, bhai, रुको, थोड़ा सा back up. On Vietnam, और नाम क्या है? Second, যেটা আমি পড়াবো কালকে নিয়ে পড়াবো কালকে get prepared for a longer class. COVID-19, Vietnam has very successfully they have combated COVID-19, right? So how did Vietnam combat COVID-19? Okay, I will take up these two tomorrow. So Vietnam, the success, the very simple language. I decided to teach you a very simple language because you are not very complicated characters. You are very simple. No, you are not simple. Simple. Okay. Since you are simple, I will teach you in a very simple way. Not much mathematical modeling or graphs. I don't teach mathematical modeling in the class, but graphs I will try to avoid in case you are afraid of graphs. But I'm sure that you will appreciate my technique of teaching how Vietnam combated COVID-19, right? And how did they rise to success? It's not an easy job, isn't it? A completely devastated economy as the Americans left. Nothing left, isn't it, to the economy? That is today one of the software capital of the world. The country is progressing enormously. People are working very hard, right? And there is a very high rate of growth. And Vietnam rate of growth is higher than China today. Very few people are aware. Okay. So I've been to that country several times, and people are very simple. Very simple. That you see lotus grown everywhere. A lot of ponds. Right. People are so simple, and they have a lot of keenness to know about India. Right. So, and that when I say that I have my gratitude to Ho Chi Minh, that they love Ho Chi Minh, like even today. Ho Chi Minh, the Mao Zedong is no longer a respected man in China. So I go to the Chinese university to say that I come from India, a country where people have a lot of soft corner for the chairman Mao. And there was a time, I don't know whether you remember, you can ask your parents, they might be able to vouch. In the 70s, In the walls of the
Chinese
cities,
chairman is our
Chinese
chairman.
chairman is our chairman. Chinese chairman.
You say this.
Yes, isn't it? But you know that this was not liked by people. And one little girl, I mean, that is Chinese student, he says that how come Indians do not have self-esteem that they call the chairman of another country to be their own chairman. It was amazed to hear a question like this. But you know that Mao Zedong is no longer liked by Chinese. Mao Zedong, no photographs are kept in taxis. Taxi driver believe that if they hold a photograph of Mao Zedong, their car will not have an accident. But in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh is respected like anything, even today. Even today, the simple man, Ho Chi Minh, Uncle Ho, as people still call him, you know, he's a man of tremendous. People adore him like a god, right? And they still believe that what Vietnam has grown because of this man's contributions, this man's nurturing of the society, right? So tomorrow, get prepared for Vietnam. And I'm sure that somebody told me that we have been taught about Vietnam. And okay, so tomorrow I'll talk to you about Vietnam. Cool. Right, very simple language. How can the economy achieve success? Yes. Okay. Anything else you want to call me? I'll take that attendance.
Y from cos or x, dx.
How many persons today is which day?
এটা করলি তো 6 করলি আরে এটা তো নরমাল আমরা ক্লাসে
Okay, number 2, number 3, number 5, isn't? Number 8. Number 8 is Ankita Pramanik. Number 9, Ankita Anisha Shah. Number 7, number 18, number 19, number 22, number 23, Bushra, isn't? Number 25, Devadit. Number 26, Adulpita, present. Number 27, Devosh. 29, Nibokatur. Number 30, Titipya. 31, 32, 32. Okay. 36, 37,
present sir
38, 38, 40.
Sir, you missed out on 35.
Even many of it. This guy. Bruce is 36. I've given it to you. 40, 40, Kia, 42. Okay. अच्छा मोहम्मद फकीर मृतिका 15 51 53 54 56 60 61 62 63 65 67 68 73 75 77 81 83 87 88 88 89 91 93 94 94 95. Okay. History 95.
কত নম্বরে আছে
95 present. 96.
Yes, sir. 96,
98. Can I? 101. Yes, 101. 103. 105. 106. 107. You also.
আরে তোরটা আসেনি এখনো লাস্টে
108.
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার স্যার দেবস্মিতা
109. 104.